All right. Hi, everyone. This professional High Priestess, and I'm here to do the what is their karma reading for July 2022. Okay. So this is going to be for all signs and elements. All right. And it will be timestamp. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. We will start with signs. Even though we go with the tarot shelf, and I clarify with the tarot. Thank you. I am pulled on the energies for each and every sign because there's a lot of spiritual warfare and interception, and I need to get messages out clear and concisely because there's going to be some very important messages that come out here. So let's start with 8. Start with the masculine. Water signs. Somebody's about to get their ass beat badly. That's like the biggest thing I'm picking up around here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's like somebody keeps on like pressing the envelope, trying to prove a point, and there's no point to be proven. So what I'm seeing here is before I even jump into the energy with the cowrie is I'm picking up like it's the calm before the storm type of energy, right? Because somebody's really going to get knocked down in a way that they really, 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 really do not expect at all. Because somebody has a point to prove, and they're going to have a point to prove when they're in a fucking casket. And I feel like that's how far it's going to go. Let's continue to move forward. Cancer, but I feel like waters are going to start to like flow smoothly for you. There's been like interceptions in your water, blockages, even tampering with your water, people putting things in your water. You may have like a big like supply of water in your room. Somebody's like been casting spells or like chanting over that water, maybe even switching it out for like water that they put spells on. I see that. I see that there's in your building, you need to call maintenance because the water is like harsh, it needs to be changed, or somebody's purposely poisoning your water supply. Messages for Cancer, someone rising for water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, someone rising, Mercury, or North Node. Okay. So, all right. Now, and this is what I'm seeing here, a masculine energy that's like big minded, but doesn't like really have like the qualifications or like the wisdom necessary to carry like the ego that he has. It's one thing having ego, it's another thing like having wisdom, right? And having wisdom and then having power that comes from wisdom, and then having ego and trying to get power that comes from like being ego driven. It's two different types of like energy. That's not power, that's like destruction. That's real power on the other end that I was talking about. Somebody here is about to learn the difference between the two because somebody's going to literally get like snatched out their britches, like beat out the frame, or like knock the fuck down because this ego fuckery is like out of control. Somebody has something to prove though, right? And then there's a masculine energy here that's like, but the funny thing is you see these two masculine energies, right? This one is bigger. This one is on his back, and the ending is pointing upward, meaning that there's no successful endings here. If it was pointed the other way, that means that there's a successful ending. It's a completion, like the world card, right? This means that this person is like bringing hella turmoil and chaos into their life because they have a point to prove. But this person, their mind is scattered because if you look at the feminine energy, there's no cohesion amongst the feminine energy with this person, meaning that they have like really like a lot of emotional issues and they're just like hella disturbed and like delayed in terms of like their emotions and like their emotional development. So this person wants power, but they don't like know how to like manage that. And like there's a lot of jealousy and fuckery going on here. Like I see like little man syndrome or like ugly bitch syndrome, or like I think I'm bad because of my physical like attributes, but I'm hella stupid type of syndrome. Like I see like that type of shit going on here, and somebody like failing horribly. I also see somebody like really trying to like do way too much, way too soon, and destroying themselves. But there's like some type of like work being done on somebody here. Somebody has a destruction spell that's being done on them here. And like I was talking about this small cowrie because I'm downloading and I'm speaking quickly. This small cowrie here is somebody that has their like ego intact and they have wisdom and power. They've been actually like misleading this person. Oh, do this, do that, say this, say that. And they've actually been working behind the scenes, like manipulating the fuck out of this person to do stupid shit. This person is actually going to usurp this person and then get on top and move forward. That was this person's job, to like mess them up or bring them into fuckery or something as like this person's karma for like being ego driven. They wanted to maybe run with the group, be cool, that type of shit. Like, oh, let's go do robberies together, this and this and that. And like they ended up getting themselves involved with somebody that ended up sending them up, and then they're taking the fall for a bunch of shit. And only then are they going to realize what true power is. True power is like acting behind the scenes and being silent. But even if you're in the front, true power is so like being humble when you have hella power and access. Somebody here feels like they had like a lot of power and access because they had like maybe strength, they had a lot of numbers, or they had a lot of females around them, or they had a lot of money, or they had a lot of this or a lot of clout, and that's done for. And somebody's gonna realize like these finite things do not equate to this one thing that's infinite. You have a lot of finite things, yes, but they don't equate to this one thing that's infinite. And I'm seeing here that there's also like a masculine energy here that's watching this other masculine energy and going and reporting to these two masculine energies here that this person is doing A, B, C, and D. This can be like a little brother or cousin that's like, hey, this person is like fucking themselves up. They're ruining your name, da 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 da. And these two men are collaborating right here to start shit. But there's a female here running her mouth and starting a bunch of bullshit because she's been fucking on this nigga to get to him. And then this dude is watching her behind the scenes because he's fucking with this female right here that's setting her up. But these two females are friends and they're setting up this masculine over here. Why? Because they feel like if they set this masculine up and get money from him and shit like that and drain him, that they will have enough power to like be in this person's face and like, okay, he'll finally take us seriously. But these two bitches hate each other. And the funny thing is, this female just got pulled into this because like this person manipulated them. And this person, this can be like a friend that somebody you're friends with. This person is manipulating this female to like do this and do that. Come do spell work with me, or use your federation's work for me, or come and do these chants with me, or come and do this divination for me. Like, don't worry about it, to help this bitch get on top. And then she's like in the background setting her up for some nonsense that happened to a female over here. You see what I'm talking about? And there's like something that may have happened with the water sign where some people like came in and worked against you and started some shit. And these two females are like beefing because she should have known better. But because she didn't like pull herself out in enough time, she's falling into the tower with this one. And then there's also some madness here where like this female could, this is like separate stories. Like these two people are friends irregardless of these two men, right? That's one story. And then this female is involved with these men starting shit. And these two men are going to knock this dude with the ego down and put this man up as king. But then also too, this female is like gunning to like now switch teams, like, oh, I'm going to set him up for you. But they already set her ass up and she doesn't know that she brought down the whole tower, because this female is a part of like a whole other secret operation on the other side with another ratchet female right here that's setting this dude up right here. But the funny thing is, look how they're parallel, because these two are mates. So while she's thinking that she's like, oh, I'm going to set you up, I'm going to go work with her behind the scenes to set up this federation, they've been actually working like in like parallel, like, okay, I'm going to set him up and them up, and then you set them up and them up, and then they're going to end up right here in the middle with the completion and knocking down a ratchet feminine energy that's been around for like years, starting a bunch of bullshit. There's like a lot of like I said, like, there's some obstacles in the water, but they're going to be cleared. But still, waters also run deep. Somebody thinks that being like balanced emotionally is like a weakness, but they're going to learn that that's actually a very strong power, because water get no enemy. I can also drown the fuck out of you and destroy your house and be like Hurricane Katrina, you see? So you were being underestimated, Cancer. There's like some bullshit going on here where somebody really is not equipped for the fuckery that they got started, but somebody also is not equipped for like real maturity and real like having a real lifestyle. And I feel like you could have dealt with somebody that like backstabbed you, betrayed you, did this and this and that. This person just was not mature enough for that relationship. And now you're like in retrospect, like, wow, I'm so happy I never took it to the next limit with that, to the next level with that person, because I see they don't deserve me. They didn't even know what they were doing, and they're very emotionally immature. And I'm also seeing two Cancer, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There could be something about a child here that you could have lost. Like, I feel like it's like a female child, you had a miscarriage or an abortion, or the child passed away early. It's, this child is here to tell you like it's time for you to clear a room and move forward. There's also a child here that a karmic got rid of, and this was a part of their karma. And now what's happening now is this karmic, this child is like in the spiritual realm destroying this karmic for even like destroying them or not letting them come down or tampering with their soul mission or their soul path of coming into a human body in like this point in time. And I also see that there's a feminine energy here that's knocked down. Her femininity is not responding to her. So like her womb is no longer like activated. She's no longer finding pleasure in sex. She's like smelling all the time. She's having reproductive issues all the time. And it's because she disrespected her own femininity and her own womb space. And now her womb is actually like a sentient, it has a consciousness that may not even be sentient. It could be demonic, right? Because there's a demonic consciousness and there's a sentient consciousness. And this womb is taking on like a demonic consciousness and running this karmic. And the womb does not know that there's multiple aspects to life. So this karmic is now homeless. This karmic is now like destroyed. This karmic is now dealing with diseases because the womb is like running this person. But the womb has a dark entity and dark consciousness fused to it. But the funny thing is, this dark consciousness was brought upon, this karmic called this upon themselves by their actions and their behavior. So they're going to have to clean this up. Now, what I'm also seeing here too is somebody is going to go ahead and move forward towards like, and what I'm seeing here, it's going in a clockwise motion. So when you're moving left, when it's pointed left, that means like you're moving in the spiral, like you're moving in a clockwise motion, you're moving with the cycles and flows of the universe. Somebody here is going to go ahead and get themselves caught up because what they've been doing is not following like the cycle of life. And also too, there's a karmic here that is like playing with really crazy black magic and completely lost their mind. And what I'm seeing here is because they're playing with this, like trying to tamper with your intuition or tamper with your gifts or tamper with your skin or tamper with you because they're jealous. They've completely lost their fucking mind. So now I'm seeing like that this karmic is like in a place where they're not even really seeing that destruction is already here. It's just about to make itself very visible and very apparent. And there's like a spell. This person will see that they've already been defeated. And that's what I'm seeing here. One of your enemies has already been knocked down. You guys don't even know. They're about to realize that. And that's what this like cycle. You're moving forward with the understanding that, whoa, this person did me wrong, or they did this and this and that, but I didn't have to see their downfall. It's already happened, but they haven't seen it yet. So some of you guys are annoyed, like this person isn't learning their lesson. Why are they still running around like this and that? Because this person is incapable of understanding like repercussions for their actions. They're just gonna find a new tool. They're gonna find a new trick. They're gonna find a new game to play. They're gonna find a new something. They're thinking that they're going to do this and this and this and that, and they're not going to do fucking anything because somebody here is not realizing that they've already failed and they've already lost, right? And this, like, I don't know what situation this is. This can be like a coworker that just won't leave you alone, an ex that just won't stop, a family member that just won't stop, but they've already been destroyed. And you're going to come to find out that this person has that fuckery in their womb, or it's this person that got the ego that got knocked the fuck down. Somebody just doesn't know when to stop. And it's like, unfortunately, like you came into this person's life or were brought into this person's life because of karmic circumstances. This person, there is always an ending to karmic energy, always an ending to karmic energy. But when you're in the flow of the Most High, in the flow of God, in the flow of like growth, there is no ending. So somebody's going to realize that there is always an ending to fuckery, no matter how long it goes on. And they're going to find out very soon and very quickly. Let's go ahead and handle this. What messages do you have here for the water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, right? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, please. What messages do you have for water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. July 2020. What's their karma? And this is karma right here. And then also, too, another thing is Five of Swords, harsh defeat. And this is what I was talking about. This is somebody's karma with this ego fuckery, right? And, you know, Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords, you see? That's all we needed to see. And I saw the Five of Cups I wanted to come out too, but you got Judgment right here. That's heavy. And this Judgment is saying that now it's time for this person to fully get those scales balanced out. Judgment is funny because Judgment is also, you can have the awareness of Judgment, but then when you start to feel it, that's when Judgment sets in. So you need both. So you need both. And the energy just got really high because Ampu is here and so is Tahuti, they are both over Judgment. And Ampu was saying, I'm the one that is going to be coming down to give down judgment. There's a lot of judgment that people have been trying to escape with the Five of Swords, right? One-upmanship, unnecessary pettiness, drama, not knowing when to stop, lying, trying to sabotage people, and the Nine of Wands, constantly going over and over and over again. You could be dealing with the Gemini, Aquarius, or Sagittarius. I'm also picking up like some Libra energy, like real heavy, and like there's like a scorpionic energy as well that you could be dealing with here. But and this is what I was talking about, the air element of like thinking and the water element of like feeling and emotions were clashing, but they also complement each other in certain ways. So it's like somebody was thinking, oh, because you're watery, you were this and this and that, but their air element is like unbalanced, and there's no psychic energy or to their air element, which is connected to your nervous system, that lets them know when to stop if their thought process is proper. So like some people have like a debilitation in their nervous system where they literally do not know if they're like thinking properly, right? Like sometimes when you get certain thoughts are like, oh, I shouldn't even do that. Like they don't have that internal mechanism, like because it's broken. So they can't get that. And that's nerve damage with the Ten of Swords. Like somebody's like wires are like completely like shot. Like their system is like broken down. It's not communicating signals properly, right? That's what I'm seeing here. And it's like because of that, this person really I wouldn't say besieged, or they committed blasphemy against the element of water, which they need, and which they need to in order to have this power that they've been looking for, and they can't get it at all. And this is why I'm saying that I'm the one that's giving down judgment. People have been trying to get my judgment for so long, like, oh, it's all good. And they keep on getting exposed. They keep on going into opposition. They keep on going into chaos. They keep on going into all kinds of things. And whoa, my voice just got like really crazy because I just got like a crazy new spiritual gift that I'm about to like use in a minute. But they keep on like causing chaos. They keep on starting a bunch of bullshit. And it's because they are trying to escape judgment because they know that judgment is going to be harsh. And that's what this person with the ego and this bitch running around playing with these two men here. And like, there's also something about this female that I'm picking up with the like fucking like life form in her womb, like that's like building cities and like organizing like slave kingdoms in her fucking womb, but she doesn't even know it. Like, oh, I'm the king of this and I have my temple here. Like literally that type of like thing. That thing has taken on like a mind of its own. And I'm also seeing here too, like two like fast little bitches that don't know when to stop and God is gonna stop them. Because like, oh, I'm grown. I got a phone. I can do this. And God is gonna come in and knock these little hoes down early on in their age. It's like, you know, when you've gone through certain things, like you get burnt at like 14, 15 with like herpes or HIV. Like that's deep. That's like the type of deep that this is gonna go. Or you get burnt like with like a baby that you can't like really take care of like young, right? Like, and it sits you down and you do better in your life, right? But they are not going to be able to handle this type of judgment. Or you like get your ass whooped so badly that you can't even come back into the hood type of thing happens. It's like something ends up happening that like sits this bitch down, these two little hoes here down for good. I feel like it's two little fast females. They could be sisters or cousins or friends. And I feel like there's like it's going to get exposed that there's a other female that's like a little bit older that's been turning them the fuck out so she can feel good about herself, like in her ruin, like, nah, this is how you play. You have to game them up like this. You got to do that. You got to do that. And starting a whole bunch of fuckery and mess here. Water sign, I'm telling you, the fuckery is real. That's what I have for you for what is their karma. For water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I'm already done with this reading. Right. Right. Drama, mom. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the air signs. And I just want to get through because air signs, I swear, out of all the signs, air signs always bring my energy because you guys are always into fuckery. Let's get into this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's see what the karma is. What's their karma? Something about a car. I keep on seeing the chariot car. I see a car in the Ten of Swords. So somebody can get like hit up, or somebody was planning like some stupid shit in a car, and they're about to get like shot straight in the fucking head. Somebody's being followed too as they're like doing a bunch of goofy like stupid shit too. Like as they're going around starting shit, or as they're going around like creating chaos, they're like about to get knocked the fuck down. Somebody here does not realize that they are not equipped for the warfare that they're starting with somebody or spiritually. I feel like this is like hoodie shit right here though. Like somebody was like running their mouth or like starting something and like it's gonna like blow up and like land in several levels. And this is what I was talking about, people who don't have a certain type of like nerve in their body. So it like doesn't like they don't process like common sense. They don't know right from wrong. They don't have like a certain like ESP. Like, you know, when you say you get goosebumps or like I had a gut feeling, they don't get those type of gut feelings. Like maybe you should stop. They don't get those type of gut feelings. Like maybe you should like go sit the fuck down. They don't get those type of like senses. Like maybe I should go sit the fuck down before I get like knocked the fuck out again because I am not equipped for the shit that I'm about to fucking start. That is like somebody here is like gonna like come to the realization like only when their body is put into like extreme pain and like hurt, it's only then that they're gonna realize it. And if they don't by then, it's like this person is completely like brain dead and or numb. And it's because I think there's something with drugs or some type of chemical that's like completely destroyed their nervous system here. Wow. So it's like I feel like it's like somebody's reprobate because of like chemical like conditioning. And you guys know about that reprobate fuckery. I stay talking about it. Somebody here is fucking reprobate. What messages do you have for air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius? July 2021, what is their karma? That's their karma to be reprobate because I feel like somebody's just not realizing, whoa, I caused hella drama. I started hella bullshit. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And it's because I like did drugs or was like so hopped up on dick or pussy or so hopped up on something that I'm not really thinking straight. And I'm doing a bunch of like stupid, goofy shit that's gonna get me knocked the fuck out. Period. So, and as I'm seeing that with this feminine energy that's like laying flat on her back with the ending, this means that there's a successful ending to something here. But this person's like on their back though. And when it's on their back on the side facing up, and you see this hump right here, how there's like this big like raised hump, this means that there's a spiritual influence to this ending. Somebody's had death called on like them spiritually, not by spell work, not by any of that. Like it's like it goes deep, but sometimes like when you do too much and you have higher selves, your higher selves can call death on you because you're not gonna fuck up my lifestyle over here, right? Or some yes, that's real. You're like, what do you mean my higher self or my angels called death on me? Because you were doing too much. You were doing rituals, you were causing problems, you were doing like a lot. It takes a lot to like get there for your higher self to call like death on you, but somebody had their higher self call death on them. Or let's say, for instance, like sometimes you have like your like for the karmics, the ratchets, a lot of the times they don't have a higher self. They have a body that's like running them, like an entity that's running them. And sometimes these entities can call death on them if they don't do what they want or cause problems for them in a different like dimension, right? Like, oh shit, you stopped being stupid or you stopped letting me run your body. So now I'm gonna put you in a place where you get like killed or harmed. That can happen. Right. This is like a mess. I'm just telling you. Whoo. There's some like fuckery here that's like somebody's gonna end up like finding their end though. And it's like you guys are like, wow, that's like extreme. But I feel like this is like somebody about to come to an end. I'm also seeing here too, like transitions from jobs. So air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I feel like you're going to be moving forward into a new position that you really like. There's an end to like straight drama and chaos in your like career because some of you guys are like, I want a new job, I wanted to go back to school. I feel like there's going to be like a gust of inspiration to like take a trade online or refresh your resume or look for a new job or start like a new like career endeavor, and it's going to be very lucrative and very successful for you because most high is on your side. Now I do see as a part of somebody's karma because you're like, this what's the karma? Let me focus on the karma because I see good messages and I want to get that out for you too. But this is somebody's karma to watch you like glow up and have what you want when they try to like knock you down and do shit. And there's somebody here that's like hella mad because they like tried every single thing to like knock you down, cause problems, do this and do that, and it only backfired on them. Somebody thought that they had you trapped in a press, but they're the ones that's trapped in a press right here because you're having successful endings right here and you're moving to the left forward, right? So if it's up here, it's like complete and total ending. It's like a new dimension, a new page, like you're moving forward into a new body, or this is more about like your higher self and like what's going on over there in like a different world or in a body that you also have like in a different world, right? If it's like this, it's like okay, you're still in this dimension, you're still on this planet, but you're moving forward into like a new way of being. So you're moving forward into a new way of being, and this person has to sit down and watch because they were trying a bunch of bullshit and chaos and nonsense. And this person's karma. Now I see a masculine energy here that thinks he had it all. He's about to get knocked the fuck down. He is going to have nothing. You guys are. I'm seeing like as a part of somebody's karma is no clout, no clout, no fame, no money, and you're like, wait, okay. But this person's such a clout chaser. So for you, that's like, okay, I don't need clout. Like I just want to work and like be happy and be like peaceful. But for some people, clout is everything. They can be broke, but as long as I have clout, what the fuck is the point of having clout when you don't have like coins? You see what I'm talking about? You don't need clout. It's respect. This person has like clout because their name is everywhere, but they don't have respect. And now it's like the lack of respect is like kind of like merging with that clout, and then the clout is coming all the way down, and the lack of respect is at the forefront. Now, what's going to happen is no clout is going to be right here with no respect. And somebody has that because they were running their mouth. And I'm seeing right here, there's something with the disrespect of the feminine energy using a masculine force, whether that be like violence, their phallus, or some type of bullshit here against the feminine energy. And somebody's about to like get the hammer. I'm also seeing that there's like a community pedophile or rapist that's going to get caught the fuck up. And like, there's going to be like some real like hemming up, like when you get hemmed the fuck up, you know what that means? Like they hold you against the wall or you get your ass beat or some shit like that. I'm seeing that as somebody's karma. I'm also seeing here too that there's something in court that's going to come out with children and like children being touched inappropriately that's going to get somebody like completely destroyed in their housing facility or in their community or at their job because something's going to come out about somebody here. I'm also seeing here too that you're, as a part of karma, somebody's going to completely lose custody of a child here. And I feel like there's like a little girl that's like, it's like her mom is going to lose custody of a child because of her fuckery and her bullshit. And this is going to be like public. And there's a bitch that's like, I love my kids and they got this and they got Jordans and they got that and they got that, and they're losing custody of their kids. And I'm also seeing here too that there's something here with like a child that is like not really like on the same page with their parent at all. It's like as somebody's karma, they're watching their child like mature more than them. Like my baby's like 10 years old and she has more sense than me and I'm like 30. You see what I'm talking about? Or my child is a little mature and I'm like in my 50s or 60s and my child is like more mature than me and like dealing with the shit that I cause like very like wisely, but I couldn't even handle that. You see, and it's like that's somebody's karma to like finally see that they're fucking delusional and like out of their mind. And I feel like it's finally going to land for somebody that there is something fucking wrong with them, that missing nervous system or that reprobate energy. There is no cure for being a reprobate. The only cure is wanting to be cured and working to being closer to the Most High so that you don't deal with a bunch of bullshit. That's what I'm seeing. Somebody's like, they're not like really seeing like at all like what's about to happen next. I see somebody's like really blind as a part of karma. Somebody's gonna get blindsided by a bunch of bills. It's like last minute, somebody's gonna get hella bills, like pay this, pay that, pay that, pay that, pay that, pay that, IRS, because they were playing hella games and starting shit, right? And they didn't like, they thought it was cute and it wasn't. And I feel like somebody here is like really gonna have to like pay the piper for like starting a bunch of shit with their mouth. And I'm seeing here too, like there's a feminine essence that has no respect for their own intellect. It's like you at a certain age, you have to respect your mind enough to not do certain things. Somebody has no respect for their age, no respect for their intellect, no respect for their own growth process. And they've been disrespecting the fuck out of themselves. And that's their karma. They don't know what they look like. And there's a spell that you can put on somebody. They will never see what they really look like until it's too late. And then they will see that they've been stupid all along. And it's like going down right now for somebody. It's like, oh, you know, when you sometimes like, you cringe, like, why did I say that? Or why did I like switch my hips like that in front of him? Or why did I like lean over his desk like, hey, how are you doing? Or why did I spray all that perfume that smelled like bad around him? It's like, come on, we've all been there. Like, I thought he would like it and he kind of didn't. It's okay. Why did I do all that? And somebody's in that space right now. But it's like 3 trillion times worse. So I was just trying to... I'm so ridiculous. Thank you guys so much for the super chat. So like, subscribe. Again, I am providing sessions, but I was gonna say I'm not gonna be providing sessions for too much longer. And you got the 10 of fucking Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, baby. And then you got the Emperor, and this is like that father figure I talked about. This can be like somebody losing custody in court, or some masculine energy getting hemmed up by an emperor, like finally getting put down on his knees, like you're the one that's been causing problems the whole time. Because somebody here just does not want to admit the fact that they did everything fucking wrong because they were thinking with their dick or something like that. That's also karma. Somebody too is like a disgraced emperor, because you know the emperor reverses somebody that's lost all their like power and status and dignity. That's what I'm seeing here. Right? And you got the Eight of Pentacles, clout. The Eight of Pentacles is also reputation. They do anything for clout. This person has no clout. No fucking clout at all. Right? Woo! Right? Right? Look at this. You got the 10 of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords. Somebody right here is like right here, you're about to be rolling in the deep, like in dough and coins and like doing better. I'm also seeing something about DNA damage as a part of karma. I'm also seeing something about a DNA test that's going to cause a lot of fucking explosions. Woo! I see like clarity and truth coming out about a bloodline, because you have Uranus here, and Uranus is all about like the lineage of royalty. Somebody's been like playing and lying and pretending, claiming that I'm of royalty and I'm of this and I'm of that, and they're not. They're not at all, and they are getting caught up, because for the last time, it's like coming out like who's been starting shit and who's been causing chaos and who's been like doing a whole lot behind the scenes, and somebody's finally getting caught up for like the shit that they've been doing. Period. And I'm also seeing here too that there's like some type of like as a part of karma, like somebody's getting kicked out of like some clique or group or sorority, because 10 of Pentacles like legacy, right? So I see the 10 of Pentacles long term, like legacy, money, right? Status. Then I also see the 8 of Pentacles, that's like networking, that's like affiliations, associations, like professionalism with the Eight of Pentacles. I see like a sorority, and I see a sorority either completely tanking and being destroyed. I'm gonna say right now, I'm talking about these AKAs with the pink and the green. It's gonna be high time that a lot of these females in that AKA are going to get caught the fuck up for the shit that they've been doing behind the scenes, because a lot of them are like the women of color like network, right? So they like every school they're there, every job they're there, and they've been like, they have their little network where they've been starting shit with people and causing problems for years. And with the Ace of Swords, there's gonna be a sword that comes out that completely knocks all these bitches down once and for all, because they are so messy. And I'm talking to some of you deltas. Don't think because you see the AKAs going through hell and hot water that you're about to come up. How you know about my sorority, Daisy? Right. Don't think that you're about to come up and think like, okay, we're going to be the new AKAs. Do it completely differently. Do it as like a community service network. No, we're going to help other women. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're not going to do what the AKAs did and disgrace the whole entire Black and brown community and what our ancestors set up as a legacy for us to have some type of professional network, because we weren't getting nothing before. Now, so we can like be messy and blacklist people and start shit and make fake and make like private Facebook groups where you share people's profiles and businesses. Don't add her and don't add her and don't add her, don't add her and don't support her and shit like that, which is getting exposed right now. Don't do that. And that's exactly what I'm seeing in this reading. Air signs, man, it's about to go down. It really is. And let me pull something from the Kipper deck, because something's telling me to pull a card from this Kipper deck. What messages do you have about this Ace of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles? Truth and clarity is coming out in the workplace about who's really been doing the work. Woo! Baby, somebody's about to get pure booty exposed. I mean, like, it's like when you like, oh my God, like, and you're like trying to pull up like your underpants and like you're like straight fucking exposed and your whole thing is everywhere. And somebody's like, oh my God, like, wait, hold on. And somebody's like, it's like basically somebody got caught masturbating at work, which is what I see, or fucking at work, which is what I see. But it's like somebody got so exposed. It's like, wait, hold on. Like I'm butt ass naked. And you can see like my pubic hair, like type of like embarrassment. And somebody's like rushing to pull up their pants and they're getting caught and they're exposed. What's the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles? I'm also seeing something about somebody tampering with seeds. If you do any type of planting, like especially in cannabis, because a lot of people like sell clones or they share seeds. Somebody's like tampering with the seeds that they sell to a certain like bloodline. Because Ten of Pentacles is also like DNA group. It's like either a Latin group of Latin people or a group of Black people are like trying to buy seeds and do cannabis work, and somebody's selling them tainted seeds. And this is going to cause like a class action lawsuit and start a bunch of bullshit. What's the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles? Right, and these seeds are connected to like, it's also too, they know that the clone that they made was like filled with chemicals or something like that, and they keep on like selling this certain clone, like, because a clone is like basically when you plant like put a plant in the ground, it grows, and then you like cut it up at like the bulb and then replant it and make like multiple of that one like plant, but they're all connected genetically. Somebody's like selling like a certain seed or a certain plant, and it's going to be traced through the genetics, because people have maybe been having like mental health episodes or getting sick from this certain herb or certain plant. What's the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles? You got the wealthy man, I told you, and you got despair, message of concern, drama, and main female, and you got the poverty, baby. Whoo. And you got the sudden wealth in the community, right? So you're gonna be like moving on up. I see that, and that's somebody's karma to watch you do that. But also too, what I said with the community, it's like these group of sororities and some other shit that gets started with these hoes, right? I'm also seeing something about like, oh, we're friends and let's be messy together, but I'm fucking on your husband, and we're mates and I'm pregnant. And oh, you didn't know that first baby I had that I told you my baby daddy's not shit and he's in jail. That's your baby. That's your baby daddy's baby. And that's why he looked like him. And you're like, oh, he looks so familiar. Because I didn't actually, so you won't know, but I'm still over here every weekend while you're like slaving away, driving Uber and working like for the government, because he's spending your money on me. I see that coming out too. That's somebody's karma. That's explosive. And that's why you got main male in poverty. Because I see like somebody is gonna find out that all their money has been going to like a side bitch. And if this is you, like and you don't deserve it, you're getting all that money back with like the Ten of Pentacles and the wealthy man, right? But if this is like not you, you're a ratchet and you've been doing all, you get the gist. Anyways, air sign, I'm tired of you people. You guys are always causing problems. You got the despair with the wealthy man. What more can I say? No clout. And no clout, right? There's like a spell. They'll be left with embarrassment, exposure, and no clout. Wow. That's extreme. Somebody's about to get indictment or warrants with that Ace of Swords, clarity and truth coming out, emails or something like that. This message of concern is deep, because I feel like there's this Ten of Pentacles is connected to this message of concern, this long-term energy, right? So this is long-term Ten of Pentacles reverse, long-term loss, long-term like DNA damage, test results, long-term like disenfranchisement, like blacklisted, long-term like chaos. Baby, I'm telling you, that's it. That's it. So, baby, 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 rain on me. That's just what I heard, Ashanti. I heard that song. Mm, rain on me. Cause I don't wanna live, I don't wanna breathe, baby. That's how somebody's gonna be feeling driving that Uber while your nigga spending your money with some other female going to Benihana's and Ruth Chris. No! I see somebody with a matted ass Bobby Boss wig, but she used to be wearing Brazilian and Remy. Ooh, that's cold. Black is high, streets is cold. I know somebody's gonna report this video. How dare you embarrass me like that? Bitch, get out of my business. Wait, hold on. Queen, I just bought this wig. That's fine. Being economical and also thinking about environmental impacts and ethical impacts, right? But somebody has to really like, okay, I can't afford like $400 wigs anymore or whatever. Let me just go get this Bobby Boss wig off Ebony Line. She's probably watching my channel. And that's done, right? Because they can't get that Indian Remy no more. Uber don't pay that much. Uber's not supposed to be a full-time job. That's done for. You're supposed to get your little $800 or $600 a week and just cut, right? Right. And I just see somebody really messy. Whoa. You know what I'm seeing, and I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm seeing like some of these. I'm not even gonna say it because that's like a community thing. We got as a community of the African American women, we need to have a talk because a lot of y'all are about to like be going through a lot of fuckery because of what your kids are doing, which is what I'm picking up as I'm going into the Earth sign reading, right? Like that Virgo and energy, like regulating house and home, and a lot of y'all are gonna be like straight knocked the fuck down in poverty, like going from like AliExpress Remy and Instagram boutique hair to like straight like I have to go to the beauty supply and get this $50 wig and shit. This shit shed and it rat and it shed and rat and shed and you guys are mad, but that's because your kids paying bail, paying for their child support, paying for magic on their baby mamas, starting a bunch of bullshit and chaos, and paying their rent and doing this and doing that, and that's why. What messages do you have for let's go. So let's go get into Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. What do we have for what is their karma? July 2021, 2022, July 2022. Something happened in July of 2021, and there's like bank records of it, or statements of it, or something's online, or there's like some type of record of it, and it's going to get somebody caught up with what they're doing right now. It's like somebody did something last year during something about astrological transit, or during some type of like event or gathering that happens like or like a one-time thing. Let's say it's just like a random occurrence. And whatever they did back then, whether this be like they do it annually or whether this be like a one-time thing that they did, is going to come back right now and into August and moving forward into like what I'm seeing is December when there's like some type of alignment in the sky. Something's going to blow up now and it's going to keep on trickling and like exploding and amplifying until December of 2022. Okay, so let me see, messages for Virgo. Right, messages for Virgo. Let me see, what messages do you have for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node? Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, Earth signs. What's the karma? Earth signs, what's the karma? Okay. Somebody's like fell off the map. I'm seeing somebody being removed from their community. That's one, they like chase out the hood, like you can't come here anymore, or just like they feel the energy of not being welcome because of what they did. It's like returning. I'm also seeing like an isolation spell or gang stalking spell. It's gonna reverse at like the least like inopportune time. It's like as somebody thinks that some shit is like like happening for them, it's not. And it's gonna like break down and keep on breaking down. But God did it. Like, no, I'm gonna make you think that you like tiptoed out, that you didn't get any karma, that you're gonna keep on doing this. And at the least inopportune time, I'm going to bring the tower and it's going to destroy everything. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm also seeing here that somebody's dealing with some type of like nervous system dysregulation where they can't like they're always mad or they're always upset or they feel like horrible all day, every day because of what they fucking got into playing games with you or somebody else's energy. I'm also seeing here too that there's like a little like there's a child here that's like going back and forth between two parents because there's like an ex or like a girlfriend here that's playing games with like the parent, one of the parents, and like starting shit with this child. So whoever has like is co-parenting, you need to make sure that your baby daddy's girlfriend gets her shit together or your baby mama's boyfriend get his shit together, and so it doesn't impact your kids. Because I see somebody's about to get real karma for like not being like a parent that's heavily involved or allowing like their significant other to interfere in their parenting with their child. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm also seeing here too that there's going to be something that comes out with regards to the DNA of two women and one child because these are two like cowrie shells that look similar, but it's like the way that they're pointing to the right is saying that this is like a negative cycle that's going to keep on going. So it's like a creation of a bloodline. And then I see this cowrie shell like straight flat down pointing up. This child is going to have like at least four. This child's going to have at least one, two, three trisomies. Trisomies are like genetic disorders. Somebody's gonna have at least this child's gonna have several trisomies because I see also too as a part of somebody's karma they want to go mix and mingle with like some type of ratchet ass bloodline that has hella genetic disorders. Some of you guys do not like you guys see people and you're like, oh, he's fine, he's cute, but his ancestors mixed with aliens, or his ancestors are fucking aliens even though they look a certain way, or he is a fucking alien or a clone, or he has a body that's like genetically modified by technology, not bionic like Transformers where they have like bodies that are flesh, but also bionic where they can like have a very digital experience. No, I'm like somebody here is like a straight like mutation, but they look normal. And somebody wants to go dick ride and hop, skip, and jump to go chase after somebody. And now I see like straight mutations in like what they are dealing with. This board is saying that this whole divination is about individuals getting karma for the misuse and abuse of their sexual energy and mating with the wrong bloodlines and forcing themselves into the wrong bloodline. Somebody here wants to go trap your masculine or trap your feminine. She is getting hell and fucking hot water right now. I'm seeing like, and there's a baby here. I'm seeing like ass whoopings. I'm seeing police being called. I'm seeing hair being pulled. I'm seeing people being dragged across the floor. I'm seeing like screeching like no other. I'm seeing kids crying and fighting. I'm seeing kids fighting each other and they're like babies, like fighting to the death, like that ratchetry that I don't support or condone, but I'm seeing that. And I'm seeing that's a part of somebody's karma for what they brought into their bloodline because they reincarnated a demon. It's like, and that means basically, are you ready for what you called upon yourself? Somebody thought it was cute to like, oh, I'm gonna put blood in his food or love spells, and now they're paying for it. And I'm also saying, no, that the way that this is translating, because we talked about this, right? The way that this is translating spiritually is somebody has lost everything. Some of these karmics do not know that these damn bloodlines that they're trying to tie into are not theirs to be tied into. The bloodlines do not agree. Some of our federations do not agree. Let's say, for instance, you guys are both black, but you're a part of different federations in space. Your bloodlines are probably beefing and they don't agree, but you guys merged and created a demon that's destroying both of your bloodlines, right? Exactly. Now, let's say, for instance, you could be like Latin, right? Like or like from Central America. Let's say you're in Honduras and your baby that mom is like Ecuadorian. You guys can be from like that part of the world, but your bloodlines do not agree. Let's say, for instance, like you're Asian and you want to mate with a black family. Your bloodline does not agree, but we do agree with the Tibetans and some Mongolians to like mate with black people. You see what I'm talking about? So it's like somebody wants to go merge himself with the bloodline that did not agree with their bloodline, and they're getting karma. Also, somebody want to go force themselves into somebody's blood, want to go force and come down into somebody's like bloodline and some shit like that. And what I'm seeing here is like this person that they want to go force a child upon is like the Most High like separated their blood and they're not getting anything. They thought that they were gonna like have like an inheritance by like tying into this bloodline or get some type of spiritual power by having a baby by this person or get some type of monetary like gain by having a baby by this person, and they're not getting that. They're not getting that at all. They got the complete opposite. And I see like there's hell and hot water going on spiritually because this person actually like by doing that they got themselves put into like a dungeon or a torture chamber or a fucked up situation by playing with this bloodline. It's straight karma right now. And this is what I was talking about at the beginning, where a lot of these women, it's not just the African American community, but I got to speak on what I know. A lot of y'all were having babies by these niggas because you thought it was like hood love, or you were having babies by these niggas because they were a trap star, or you were having babies because you didn't want the other female to have a baby, or you wanted to have him because you want a clout, and now you're dealing like 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the road, because that's like how some of this is gone. Some of these females are like 65, 67. They look not that bad. They're still around, and their child is like 50, still acting ratchet, and like 30 with like 6 baby mamas, shit like that. And they're only just not coming to the realization like, I should have never had a baby with that person. I see that type of karma, like sitting there at the corner of the bed with your wig cap on and your like robe on, and you're staring at the floor, the carpet that has hella gum in it and black stains and roach legs like smeared into it because you got hella roaches in your house because of karma. And you're just like sitting at the carpet that has hella stains in it and burn marks because you dropped your cigarette or some shit like that. And you're just like, wow, how did I like get here? It's like that DMX like lyrics, and I can hear his voice right now, like literally. And he said, and then you sitting here staring at the roof of the church, the preacher telling the truth, and it hurts. So it's like somebody's finally like seeing the truth in something, and that's that Wheel of Fortune. Karma always comes back, and somebody's like, and this is what I said, like with the wheel, somebody did something astrologically or at a certain point in time of year, and it's causing chaos now with this devil on there too. And somebody's trying to use astrology to play with spell work or activate devils, and something is like going to come right back to destroy them. Or somebody activated like double, triple, quadruple Jupiter at a certain point in time, and it's causing chaos now. Oh, okay, they said it was. Somebody here is like playing with hot fire. You got to be careful if you're not a real astrology. What you're playing with like these works, you can really like actually like destabilize a whole entire like galaxy, like literally. And that's what somebody did because they were not a real astro witch. Because if they were, they would have known like, nah, let me not do that. But also too, when you're an astro witch, your like entire inclination is to create balance with the planets. So somebody created chaos here. That's what I'm seeing here. This is for my hyperdimensional people, right? And then you got this 601, sing, sing, celebrate. And this is what I'm talking about, like with somebody getting exposed, or also too, like somebody's no longer a winner, but I'm also seeing somebody like get exposed for something. Also too, I see this 7 of Pentacles gestation, and that's like a pregnancy. And I'm talking about this like trisomy 7, like several like trisomies, like DNA damage. And I'm like, I honestly feel like somebody knows. Ooh, you want to know what's also karma? Somebody got pregnant on purpose, or they're probably drinking, doing a whole bunch of drugs, or do some type of like ratchetry, like trap. Like a lot of these bitches like are going and getting in vitro. It's easy. They get the dude's condom, like it's okay, I'll throw it away, or it gets lost in them, like because there's something you can put into your vagina that will bind to the outside of the condom and like dissolve it, so that this person like comes in you. So even if you think like you're wearing a condom, you like can like have this stuff seep into somebody else. So somebody went to go trap somebody that way. You're like, Daisy, shut up. I'm telling you that's how far these hoes go. So somebody went to go do something right to reproduction, right? They found out like in like before the cutoff date for abortion, it's like, hey, this child is gonna have a genetic like abnormality. Do you still want to have the child? And they, in their stupid ass mind, they're like, oh, ethics, what will God say? God was like, no, get rid of that child because it's fucking illegal. No. And they're like, I don't want to get rid of the baby because I don't want God to punish me. And then have the child and get punished even more anyways, right? You would have been celebrated had you not. But what ended up happening is what ended up happening was this person decided to have this baby anyways, and or they can divinate because when you're hyperdimensional, you can get pregnant and just know that this child is going to have a certain issue or have like a certain like problem that is rape, like to a certain extent. You can't go to jail playing with that, and they sell that shit on Amazon. It's called China shrimp cream. It's called China shrimp cream because there's a certain element on the back because they put the ingredients on some of those bottles, and it shows you like what it can do to condoms. So common sense will tell you what to not do. But China shrimp cream is to make your yoni tighter. But some bitches use that to like trap these rich men, like especially in tech, and then like get their semen and like go play games or like get the condom like stuck in them, and then where is it? Oh, it's still in me. Okay, that's perfect. So that means like you're not pregnant. And then pull it out and like put it in the like a warm bag or like an in the military how they have those little bags that like heat up your food and shit like that. Put them in one of them because you can buy those on Amazon too, like those emergency kits. I cannot with these bitches. And then go get in vitro because it's like $8,000 because they're doing it like this now because they need money. So somebody went to go play a game and they knew that this child was going to come out with genetic abnormalities, and they still want to go have that child anyways. And it's saying that this child is going to have a certain something with their eyes where they will not be able to see properly in the reality. It can be that they look normal, but they will have the eyes of a demon where everything is filtered through the lens of how can I create chaos, right? And I'm seeing like there could be even something with twins here because of these two like cowrie shells pointed the same way, looking the exact same. Because the way she did that, that genetic abnormality allowed a demon to like go ahead and latch onto like the broken DNA and cause problems. And somebody here is going to be like real like involved in legal shit here. This is like messy. Oh, I'm so done with your reading. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Right. You got the Magician. Shut up. I'm so tired of the fuckery and nonsense. You got the Devil card. God damn. Right. Now, also something that I'm also seeing here too is like, I'm seeing something about cups of water and like somebody putting something in cups of water to like tamper with the whole federation of people or tamper with the whole group of people spiritually or tamper with the whole like zodiac sign. And instead of doing that, they like amplified something in their like process. And now they're like seeing everything like, whoa, am I tripping? Like, or am I dreaming? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pinch me to see if it's real, cause my mind can't decide. Whoa, whoa. Cause you got the lovers and you got the jail imprisonment card. Somebody was running and ripping and they're going to jail. Or somebody got caught up and they're going to jail. This is also spiritual jail for playing with somebody's bloodline and federation with this, like this is also Akashic records with the Wheel of Fortune, like in your birth chart too. And the two are, there's a certain Akasha for your astrology chart, but they not all your Akasha are connected to your astrology chart, okay? And there's something with that. And you guys need to be careful with some of these bitches online coming out with like new astrology that are not hyperdimensional, that are not melanated. Be careful because a lot of these bitches are being used by aliens to go ahead and read charts for black and brown people and siphon energy out of their chart or give them wrong misinformation that's implanting like fucked up thought forms into them that have them running around thinking that they are who they are not. Be very, very careful with a lot of these people because with this magician energy and the devil, these are straight karmics. Because a lot of you guys, like, I will tell you, you guys will hit me up, can you do my chart? And I'll say, nah, because I'm not supposed to read everyone's chart. Not everyone's a true astrologer. Be careful. A lot of these bitches want something to cling on to because they have no culture, right? Be very, very careful with this bullshit out right now. A lot of bitches are getting their ass whooped too, playing with people's astrology chart. I see that too. With the magician in the wheel, somebody went to go play in somebody's astrology chart, like reading their chart to somebody or something like that, or just giving information because just like the general astrology, okay, oh, he has like Saturn in this means this and this and this, or this is house is like, you know, you can put two and two together. But a real astrologer, they can look at the chart and just be like, oh, I see what's going on here, like with you. Somebody here is like went to go read the charts or start something and like got caught the fuck up and started some nonsense here. Now it's backfiring onto their chart. I'm also seeing somebody got their like a zodiac chart changed without their consent. Or the ones that they were like given at birth and as one as part of karma, and they're like having hell in their life, attracting a bunch of bullshit. Also, this is toil and labor. Yeah, karma with money and finances. And this is what I'm seeing with this karmic that went to go play with reproduction and start shit with the toil and labor. Her whole life has been hard, and she's like mad and bitter. But that's you cause that. And this whole like coffin card, I'm telling you, and the thief. And I said somebody's gonna get knocked down. This keeps on coming out in readings. And like what I have to say here is like a lot of you females go out and you have children by these men, or you start shit with, and cause drama, and then you get mad and live life bitter. But you cause that for yourself. So you need to be careful about how you try to bring that bitterness onto other people because now is the time for you to actually get that judgment for what you did. It's not no one else's fault. I see somebody going through triple, double, triple, quadruple karma because they didn't know how to process their emotions and they wanted to cause problems for other people. Thank you. Drama mom. somebody's gonna get knocked down. Yeah, and people be like, what do you mean by that? Not everyone's an astrologer. No, not everyone's an astrologer. Some of these bitches just like go online and like, oh, astrology is like really cool, and like they use that to make excuses for their mental illness or like bullshit ass mess, right? Like, oh, but that's astrology is supposed to like help you because astrology is about chemistry. So if you're really a real astrologer, you'll be actually looking into how do I balance out my chart. And I always talk about this with certain people. When you come to me about spiritual warfare, what do? I open up your chart. Somebody like you guys need to be careful because a lot of these bitches don't know what they're doing. They want clout online. And I know that there's like some little ratchet bitch running around right now and starting a whole bunch of shit in the astrology like community because she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, and she's like wants clout and attention and fame, and she's really like starting a bunch of shit that's about to really get her like completely removed. But she has to be like the canary for the mine by the mine. You know what that means? Like canary by the mine. Back in the mining days, they will put a canary there, right? Thank you. They will put a canary there. And what would happen with that canary is they would use that canary to make sure that to see how the air was. If the canary died, that means that you cannot go in the mines. It's gonna fuck up your like lungs, right? So this person is gonna be like the canary by the mine. They're gonna be used as an example of what happens when you play games with like the real High Priestess. What happens when you play games with people's astrology charts? What happens when you need to sit the fuck down and focus on your mental illness and the fact that you have damaged DNA and not a High Priestess versus trying to go toe to toe with the real ones. And somebody's about to learn that in the worst way possible. It's about to come landing, right? You sent me flying. When I got charged for stalking and harassment, plagiarizing, or stealing, which is what I'm picking up right here for you, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So let's get into this. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, fire signs. How do you get a personal reading? Just go on my website, daisyawesome.co. All right, so let's see what we have here for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I was in love with the Sagittarius. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, I love That's like Signs by Beyonce. I hate her. She's so fucking messy. I'm not even gonna tell you guys what that bitch started. I can't. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this could be about her because I think she has a Sagittarius placement or like a Leo placement. Beyonce has 4 lawsuits right now. Jasmine Sullivan, a woman named Erin Haney, Nia Long, and Normani, because she tried to knock all of them down with spell work. And it just really went very, very fucking far. She does not have custody of Blue Ivy. That's a whole different story. She's very fucking messy. What messages do you have, please, for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? What messages do you have? Ooh. What messages do you have for Sagittarius? For fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, July 2020, what's their karma? Somebody done ran through the whole fucking zodiac and still didn't find what they want. Somebody is ran through by the whole zodiac. Somebody is trying to have a baby by every nigga in the zodiac because they think that's gonna like make them a master of astrology or like play games, or somebody's like really goofy. I don't know what it is. I'm just like seeing here that there's a bunch of bullshit going on. She's a Virgo, I guess. That's what they said. But not all Virgos are Virgos. That's just like when she was born. It's not. It's like you can be born under like a certain zodiac sign, and then you can be born into a zodiac sign. Do you see what I'm talking about? She ain't a part of the Federation. They don't fuck with her. Let me tell you now, baby. Mm, 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 mm. This kombucha is lit. That's my song though. I like the song, but I don't fuck with her. Mm, mm. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Oh, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. I love. I love. I was in love with the Leo. My twin is a Leo. Our birthdays are very close. And you got the world card, a completion of a cycle. So this is like why I started shuffling these cards, I don't know, but fire sign, your reading must be like, you might be a little bit like different. Somebody here is a baboon. There's like a baboon ass bitch like running around with like the mind of a baboon, like a ratchet one, right? Because baboons like in a different dimension are actually very like smart, the way that they organize their culture and shit like that. But somebody's like a baboon's ass, like very goofy. And in the comedic like pantheon, a baboon is basically when you get to the end of the abyss and you think you're getting out of here, like the baboon is there to be like, haha, like where do you think you're going? Like you're going deeper into the abyss. That's like the whole trick. That's the whole entire point. And it's like you're so mind fucked to think that you even gonna get out of there that you just like, wait, hold on, let me just go back to where I was. No, come deeper. And there's even more there. And I can't even like fathom that because this whole thing is like if you try to fathom that or go there, you will lose yourself in that place and you can't come out. And that's like teaches people who try to do way too much like to stop. So I feel like somebody here is like a ratchet, like, and they're getting caught the fuck up with a whole bunch of shit, and like something is happening like yearly or annually or monthly, and this person is doing it and causing drama with the world card because the world card is a cycle. But there's also something connected with sound here. So like somebody's like playing a certain sound or playing a certain song or a certain song is sang or a certain song gets played with somebody playing a harp here and somebody's like puts two and three together, or somebody is losing the ability to play like a certain instrument or sing a certain song or have a certain type of musical ability as a part of karma. You guys have to understand the ability to sing, the ability to use musical instruments is a gift, and certain people go through real extreme like black magic to steal other people's gifts or to turn other people's singing gifts off. Fire sign, I see a singing gift getting turned back on and being restored. And then I also see like somebody like losing like a gift because there's a completion of a cycle where they're just going to be in the baboon's ass, right? Because of what they've been doing and causing like a little drama and chaos here. I see like somebody's like really not prepared for like what they are gonna lose for like the game they wanted to play, but they're gonna have to find out like the hard way that there's always an end to their bullshit. I'm also seeing somebody like there's something instrument being stolen here or like tampered with that should have not been tampered with. I'm also seeing something about like a song being played, beats. Somebody's gonna end up getting themselves sued in court because they stole somebody's beats with the Two of Pentacles here. I'm also seeing here too somebody's using like a voice changer or something like that. But with the Two of Pentacles here, it's like they're using like voices from like two different like ethnicities, like accents. Like I'm using an accent of Ebonics, and I'm also using an accent of like somebody that's like Hispanic or Latin, like with the accent, right? Like let's say I have an Indian accent, right? Like I'm not trying to be like I don't like doing that type of stuff. Or let's say I have a Nigerian accent, and then all of a sudden, I got a hood ass accent, like right, like that type of shit. Like somebody who's like orchestrating something will sound, and the accents are like switching and flipping into like six different like sounds. Somebody's messing here with the Page of Wands. It's like a phone call, and High Priestess means like somebody's like playing some type of game of phone calls here, or technology or voice, and it's gonna get somebody caught up or put in fucking jail with the Chariot card right here in the Hierophant. Woo! Baby, somebody's using some type of sound software and it's tracked and tapped by the FBI. Somebody or the feds, or the feds or the police, like local police or like the local FBI or the federal like bureau, because when it gets to that top level, that's when you know it's like a bunch of drama, right? So I feel like somebody here is like involved in a bunch of bullshit and drama, and they're like calling and they're like trying to figure out how to use other people's voice or energy to start shit. And I want you to go tell the Federation what the fuck you were just chanting in my ear while sitting next to him. Like, oh, it's okay, High Priest, right? So now what I'm seeing here is somebody also like is trying to like mask their voice or change their voice, and like, oh, but I know it's like, oh, okay, you changed their voice, but I know it's your energy. Oh, you changed your voice and you also changed your energy. Oh, you changed your energy and then you're also changing your voice. Or oh, you have the same energy but it's a different voice. Or oh, it's the same voice but a different energy. Somebody's like playing hella games with like sound here with this harp and these harmonics. But the sound, like the people of sound that like they create sound frequencies, because you know, like our current like sound scale goes A through, I believe, G. There's several more that don't exist on this planet because our ears are not attuned to the certain frequency because of the chemicals in the sky, the shit they into our DNA, and just for the simple fact that those are like master healer like sound frequencies. And somebody here is like getting themselves caught the fuck up because they are really not ready to like talk about how a certain type of tool or a certain type of sound is like making its way into somebody's hand, or how like beats or a song got out. I see somebody going to jail because they hacked somebody's account and stole somebody's songs or records with the Seven of Pentacles, right? Like, and investments. And now with the Ten of Wands, they're like burdened, right? And with the Nine of Pentacles, they're on their own because they're gonna have to deal with this shit alone. I see like somebody like being, this is like music industry shit. I see somebody like being very messy Nine of Wands, like starting stuff. I'm also seeing somebody getting shot at because they don't know when to fucking stop. I see somebody like doing way too much or stealing people's music, stealing people's sound, clout chasing, and like it backfires. Right. I see like a dirty, goofy, filthy bitch that doesn't know she's dirty, goofy, or filthy, and she has like mirrors on her energy. So she's like screaming at you, or like she's like coming at you sideways, or she like is saying crazy shit to you, or like just being like hella ridiculous, but she doesn't know she's talking to herself because she's like encapsulated like in divine mirrors. Because sometimes the Most High will surround you by mirrors. Can you see yourself? You think that's her, that's you, because you did a spell on her. You did a spell on yourself. I will think that I am her. So while you're screaming, like saying this stuff about this person, you're actually talking about yourself. And this is another thing I'm picking up here, fire sign. Somebody's karma. Somebody's completely delusional. I'm feeling like somebody did that spell. I will think that I am her, or I will have their life. And somebody's going around saying things about you, and that's like it's coming out of their mouth. They're like looking at themselves in the mirror, like, oh, I'm actually talking about myself. Like, wait, hold, let me stop telling my business. Whoa, that's actually sickening. God is deep. The mind is deep, man. But the mind is not the all. Somebody's here, like my mind's playing tricks on me. Dun, 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 dun. Somebody's like real Jedi mind tricks right here with this Two of Pentacles, like the scales are like every day, up or down. Like there's no like balance. And this is like this monkey's ass type of shit. Like you get to the end of the abyss, what end? That's like what the monkey is saying, like the baboon, and he's just gonna come from somewhere and like make a report. Because this baboon is in Kemet and he's still alive and he's just telling on everybody who's doing ratchet shit. But anyways, I see a karmic ass masculine recording people's phone calls and starting shit, or tapping people's phone calls with like this recording device thing and like causing chaos because he's recording conversations that do not need to be recorded. It does not matter what the fuck you think you're doing. And somebody's starting chaos here. I'm also seeing some ratchet bitch want to go like record somebody like fucking or doing something like illegal with somebody else's like body image or photos or like work or something like that. Like you put photos of yourself like on the beach or a bikini, and she like put her face on it, like photoshopped it, and like was like, oh, this is my body on Instagram or like Tinder dates, and somebody like straight blasts her. Or somebody's like photoshopping your body onto like their face and then like putting it in like magic to think that they're gonna take your body. People are goofy, bro. I don't know why I'm hearing that song. I hear like I honestly feel okay. This is like a mess. Clarify the worlds. You got the distant horizons, yeah. And this is also too like anger. Somebody's like stuck doing some bullshit too. It's like somebody like something comes to a complete end, like halt, period. Somebody here does not realize like there's no possible like way to do what they're trying to do. And I'm seeing something about children here with the chariot and the hierophant. Something as a part of somebody's karma, they're gonna get stuck with a kid or lose access to a child, or somebody's child is gonna end up like being their biggest like nightmare, or somebody's child just really stops talking to them. Like, stop talking to me. Like, why you act like that, right? What's the Hierophant? You got the community, right? There's a group of people here orchestrating shit, false person, be careful. And you got the main female and poverty. But this female that's recording people's calls or using this technology or starting shit is gonna get harassed. People think it's funny to like start chaos or nonsense and it's gonna like blow up. Somebody too was also on the phone like saying some ratchet shit or like exposing themselves, and they are going to end up losing like everything. Clarify the chariot. What's a chariot? You got the occupation, right? And you got the despair, right? Ooh. And this is also too what I was talking about with like the occupation, like about like somebody's moving weight or okay, like long story short, I feel like also somebody was recorded doing something stupid at work, or like somebody has access to like some type of oh thank you for the super chat. Somebody has access to some type of like platform or something like that. And I'm seeing like somebody really is like at the point where their access to this platform or like finances or budget or something is being like tracked with the despair card, and somebody's gonna end up getting like arrested at work because they were doing some real stupid goofy shit, and there's like some type of ledger with the two of pentacles like incoming and going. And I cannot stress this enough. There's somebody like with as a part of karma, you're gonna see somebody go through like dual diagnosis, like straight mental illness. You're gonna see somebody like lose everything. You're gonna see somebody like straight like fall the fuck off because they were playing like major games here with this baboon energy. And this baboon is gonna meet them at the end like surprise, like you started a bunch of bullshit. Now you can go ahead and like sit down there. There's somebody that's so fucking delusional, they don't see the pain they're gonna go through in a minute. And they're wondering, like, why aren't you reacting? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? We're upping the ante because you're gonna die. Somebody here is like, or die or lose everything or be so sick. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, I try to tell you guys, be careful when you like when somebody's quiet or not responding the way you think they should respond because they know more than you and they have more tools than you and they're more equipped than you. You can do whatever behind the scenes. God said you don't need to see all that. I gotta handle. I didn't need you to see all that because why? It's a bunch of trash and garbage. Somebody is like orchestrating something in your life or try to, and they don't see that this baboon is right behind them, like balancing the scales. Like, okay, you want to be goofy, let's be goofy, right? And this is why you got the despair card with the false person, right? Because somebody here was like being false and doing a bunch of bullshit and thinking that they were slick or cute, and now they're in despair. And I'm also seeing something like somebody completely stuck and anchored with this chariot. You got two cards about movements. I'm also seeing something about a stolen car, or somebody's wondering like, hey, I parked my car outside and like it's completely like sideswiped, and then I go to your friend's house or drive past her house and there's like a car completely destroyed. And I just put two and two together that you purposely like drove into my car because I had a nice Mustang or something like that. That's going to come out too with a chariot card in the Hierophant. Or, oh, like you purposely like had my car towed or booted and it wasn't even parked in the wrong place. You just knew the people that ran that company so I can go cash them out because they don't have any fucking money. Or, oh, like, I see like goofy shit like that happening. Like I see like people getting karma for that, or like people getting caught up for that. I'm also picking up too that there's somebody that keeps on giving you tickets by your job. Like, why do I keep on getting tickets here? Right? Like, what the hell? Somebody's doing that on purpose because she's mad because some nigga that she wanted does not talk to her anymore. And you need to take all those tickets down to like the city administrator with like who you know works for that agency and department with certain screenshots and text messages and get her fucking fired because it's long overdue. Like you should not be paying like $1,000 like every month for tickets and shit like that. Like that's just like some goofy like jealous bitch shit. Like to the 20th fucking power period. And she's gonna lose everything and now she's gonna be broken. That's why you got despair with the poverty card and the main female. And this whole like changing people's voice and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna play with people. Somebody's about to get themselves caught up in like or somebody already did and they're a complete quack. No one even takes them seriously. They can keep plotting and planning, baby. It ain't gonna happen. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you guys are looking for any type of like services, I'm actually gonna in a minute. I may actually start providing like services because and why you're like Daisy, you just started back. Why? Because I have hella books that I'm writing. Like it's so exciting, y'all. But and I'm updating the whole astrology. Like I got I was given permission by Queen Yani Grakaduasai, to who's like basically the queen of the Mayan Empire, to update the Mayan astrology. I'm also going to be updating the Vedic astrology and completely revamping the Western astrology and sealing all three systems because there's too many karmics using it for black magic. And then I'm also writing a book on chemistry, which is so deep. You guys have no idea. Like, I have my computer tapped. A bunch of people like trying to steal my work, getting fired. Like, whole companies getting raided because of this book that I'm writing. It's like really deep. I was like, I didn't think it was that fucking serious. But I mean, a black woman writing a book about chemistry that's like going to completely expose white supremacy and expose like these quote unquote scientists for who they are, which is like really lacking in their skill set. It's like major, right? So I may in the future like slow down on providing services. So I will be available for the next couple of weeks. Plus, I moved. I'm gonna be getting a new apartment in the next few weeks. So I'm gonna be moving too. So just like know that, right? And then on top of that, you guys need to be aware of the fact that these spells. Have you ever seen a command like writing spells like and that means that you will do everything that you need to do accurately and on time and on point, right? Have you ever seen anybody doing that or able to like really download herbs, like really like pick out herbs and stuff like that, or like read clouds or read faces and like I could see like what generation like um Spanish you are, or what generation Indian you are, or even what type of Indian you are, or your haplogroups and stuff like that, just by looking at you. No. So I have to also take my gift seriously. I just can't work for anybody. And some of this stuff is priceless. So I'm like, you know what? I rather more like teach and stuff like that, but I will be providing services. So please, for just go on my website. I did post like a $50 off for my patrons. So go ahead and take that. On there if you are a patron starting in May. And I have my books out. You guys, I put out that book on psychotherapy and astrology. That book is very serious. It has a lot in there. If you are a therapist or a peer educator or a marriage family counselor or a social worker, you can build Medi-Cal for providing astrology services. So if you get your chart read, you can bill your insurance. Yes, you fucking can. There's a whole lot in there, especially with the psychiatric astrology that I created. So go ahead and like look into that, okay? Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Bye.